This is for me.
He comes up and holds out his human hand. They call me Remus.
Well,
all of you make me a religion check.
Neat. Gonna get a 2. Where's my religion?
Not 20 for Marshall!
I mean,
Hey.
not technically. That would be at advantage.
So it'd be like a 50. Okay. Well, at least you're honest.
Well met, Remus. I'm Aldrich.
Wait. So it's a 15.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, so everyone except Aldrich. Oh, the irony. Remus is an angel saint of Mad Star Sylvia. Just like how you guys had in Cares' one-shot, the angel saint that just sort of walked up said, I'd like to hear your story. This guy's an equivalent. Obviously, bit of a different goddess that is worshipped here, but yeah. Angel saints sometimes are hanging out with their gods, sometimes they walk around on the earth. Sometimes they get sent on missions, sometimes they don't. They just wander.
Sometimes you eat heads.
Saint Leon was a prospect to become an angel saint, but, he had the same part at least.
Chose a better route.
He had the stuff to be an angel, which is why he had the horn, but he never moved. He sort of quit. So yeah.
This guy
guy's
2
an
weeks
angel
notice.
saint.
Goodbye. I'm going to hell.
Yeah, so this guy's an angel saint.
How do you get to be an angel saint of Mad Stalker Sylvia? That was Garth-Mod.
Kill a bunch of people.
Fair, yeah.
Have a bunch of people you fucking hate.
And end them.
He sort of like shakes your hand and just sort of leans back. His long beak sort of occupying most of the space in between you two.
He's just like leaning back slightly, like, eh.
Did you say anything to him?
Oh, I said, well met, Remus. I'm Aldrich.
I know. Your goddess finds you amusing.
I never saw myself as a comedian, though I'm sure this group would disagree.
Yeah. Hey.
I can tell you this. No fairy sent these things. The taste is all wrong.
Could you point us in a direction?
What sort of hunter are you that can't hunt?
Not that I can't hunt, it's that I enjoy the assistance.
I mean,
You're not good enough to run with my back.
Hmm.
we are being hunted by fellow god. That would be a safe assumption.
Yes. Like Perfect fluffs his feathers out.
And he's crazy.
Vengeance has that effect.
Yeah. Makes sense. Did Fred seriously just dip?
Yeah, mentally.
Just mad cackling, and then you never hear from him again.
Just say to me about
No, Chidamir, I just find it amusing. To be quite honest with you, I had expected something to happen sooner.
He's walked away from you at this point and digs his head into another, or digs his beak into another head. Purposeful. Purposeless. Short-termed.
Can Chandler collect like samples for probably Connor to look at later?
I mean, samples of what? Because
Like-
this guy's not leaving exactly much.
If there's a body mostly intact, mostly just like blood or like maybe some tissue stuff.
But there are rods they have.
The
Also
rods,
the magic
right.
things.
Yeah, so the magical rods they have are still there. They're still dark and tarnished. But when you, this isn't like the scimitar. When you pick these up, like the chunks of broken metal and things like that are not moving with it. They're just separate now.
Alright.
And you see that, honestly, the metal that go, they're nothing special. They're just really shitty iron. But again, they have the magical force to back and make things deadly.
So it's the creature's magic and not the rod itself.
It's like a focusing
Yeah.
instrument.
Essentially, yeah.
Oh my god, it's a martial focus.
Ah, I tell you, make death saves. I think we've had.
Nope, not doing that. Take back that nat 20 and replace with a natural 1. Are there jagged like weapon shards around that are they like a similar situation or no?
No, yeah, they're around. They're sort of just whenever these creatures died, like they weren't
just
held
dropped.
aloft. They just sort of.
It's kind
I
of,
will say, because Dragana already dropped it into the side job skull, multi-armed, lotus-eyed creatures. This falls under a rumor, my dudes.
Neat.
Pardon?
So go to side jobs, go scroll up.
It's not super far up. Yeah, it's the picture that Dragana posted.
Multi-eyed creatures of flailing limbs. Well, not flailing limbs, as you can tell. They have a bit more. Stone. Well, it is similar to a pale shepherd.
oh, there's a great serpent.
Supposedly.
I don't see a
Rumors.
picture.
Is that like is Pale Shepherd now another name for Shadowed Lady, or is that just
No.
not connected? Okay.
This is something Remus would probably elaborate now that he's a bit. Pale Shepherd is just a creature. It's not a fairy or felt. It's just a creature. These own creatures here don't know about the Pale Shepherd's origin, but they are originated from the Pale Shepherd. I can tell you out of game that these creatures are referred collectively as the Pale Flock. That's why they had stuff like Cold the Herd. They're like darkest dungeon style naming conventions.
So,
Very
is there
nice.
I need to play that game again.
Honestly, we're gonna end the session here in terms of in-game, because Remus will be probably something you guys will have some questions for, especially now that you with it. So yeah, that's where we'll end this session. Obviously, no one else is gonna chill here for. I can talk to you guys about the Baleful. Yeah, Blue rolled really fucking high. Oh.
dude, it's so high.
The rest rolled low. not low, but like below average, and then Blue rolled super well. And I was like, whoa!
He's the pack leader.
Yeah, no. But I was like, well, I can't help it at that point. Yeah, these guys had some. I had fun making these guys, and I hope you guys had fun actually.
Oh, so much fun. So much
That was terrifying.
awesome.
Yeah, so they had. You guys saw all their attacks. You guys saw the reaction of. they had one other ability that they could have used called Eldritch Expansion, and yeah, you get like it was pretty obvious. They weren't trying to kill you; they were trying to down you.
Yeah.
And then they would just implant you.
Gross.
Nasty.
Yep. So yeah, you guys were never in danger of. Well, I mean, you're in danger of dying from death saves, but you weren't in danger of dying to. Does that make?
Not directly.
Not directly. But you guys saw all their attacks. Stuff like that.
How much HP did that blue?
Let's see. I might have fucked up the counting because it's charted.
Because I know I did.
I'm expecting like 150.
I
There
know
was
I
like
at least did that.
There was like 170 something. Yeah.
Damn.
So you were close, but that guy had like a noticeable chunk of health left. Like if Remus didn't show up,
At the time, Remus showed up. The red one had 14 HP, as I told you guys. After all the strikes and shit, 39.
Yeah, I think we probably would have lost that one. Not probably, but possibly. It's the closest we've ever come. Let's go with that. And it's because we didn't have fucking Seema.
I mean, I did 42 with my 3 attack. Could have killed him. That blue one would have probably ramshacked us.
Yeah, so that's what's up with these guys. Tough bunch. I made them tough.
Exceptionally tough.
Yep. Let's see, I was gonna say something. Oh yeah, like all that multi-attack stuff was like super built into their design. I was thinking about letting their back arms be able to attack too, like with swords, and I was like, 4 sword attacks is like a CR like 16 creature, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So I'm like, no, I'm just gonna let them be like a little bit more limp and pathetic than their actual arms, and let them do magic shit.
So I'm pretty sure, just based off numbers, that would fleet to fighting 4 or 5 fire giants.
Yeah. Oh, okay. See, here's the. I told you I have a new approach to this, and because I realize now that throwing in a combat encounter against you guys, like a single one, is pointless when I use the game's dynamic system for CR and stuff, because the game assumes you will meet multiple encounters in a day. Obviously,
Yeah.
that shit doesn't happen here. So I'm like, okay, so what if I just took, like, 3 times the amount of CR that would go in and threw it into one encounter? So I was like, so I like boarding pilot it, and then it's like, okay, so now I have something will fuck you guys up. Which is what, that's what I think that was my main fault. I kept encountering, like, I kept assuming, like, multiple encounters. Obviously, you guys didn't. I think that was a success. I think it was pretty good.
Yeah.
That action economy though is fucking brutal.
Yeah, no, the Cold or Herd thing, I was like, the statistical chances of this hitting you guys is pretty low, considering how all you guys have such high AC. But the fact that it could do so much is what did it.
It did enough.
I can tell you guys that the Pale Shepherd is like a legendary version of these guys. He has more shit. He has more arms.
Does he drop like orange loot or?
Yeah,
Lol.
but yeah, no, he has more arms. So these guys have like 1 set of spare arms on their back. He has like, meaning he can tether all of you or unleash like 20 missiles. And he still has his 2 main arms, and his sword is better. So, yeah, he's fucking. I have a picture of him, and he's straight up a fucking Dark Souls boss.
Nice. What am I? No, I don't know Dark Souls enough to try. Never mind.
Yeah, no. I had an image in mind for what these guys like missiles would do. And I just posted the thing.
Crash, do you know what's funny?
What's up?
Owen and I had a chat before, I think it was yesterday or this morning. And it's like, so what do you think Crash is going to throw at us? And I can't remember who wrote it, but one of us said, I bet it's a big beefy boss minion with a big beefy boss dude with some minions.
I mean,
Well,
the
you guys met the
minions.
minions. Yeah, you guys met the minions. Yeah. Those rumors I tossed to Dragana. I didn't say it. Like, I'm playing the world, so shit's out there that could fuck you up. So if you want to run into,
This definitely falls into that category.
yeah, if you want to run into the shepherd with like his like multi-digit count flock, go ahead. I don't anticipate you'll do well, but go ahead. You might as well do it looking.
So, I would estimate these creatures are at about a CR9.
Yeah, 9.
And
That's why I estimate them at.
2 of those would make a deadly encounter. 5 of them would make a quadruple deadly encounter.
Holy shit!
Which
Get
would
shy,
be worth
man.
about, it would be about 50,000 experience if you were using experience.
Bitch, you try.
Again, the CO system, I also don't so good. You guys are fucking strong as shit. And I'm not afraid to give you guys additional abilities that it doesn't account for, as well as additional items and shit like that. And again, you guys had a bunch of one-time items that you guys just spent.
Ugh, I felt it broke
That
my
concussion
brain.
grenade stopped one of them for 2.
That was the
That
clutch
was
thing
clutch,
ever.
yeah.
Yeah. So that's exactly what I mean. Like, I wasn't afraid to throw if it meant that you guys had to really pull out the taps, bust out the reserves. And you guys did. I think that was pretty online there. In my opinion, you guys could have still won. Even if Remus didn't show up. Obviously, it didn't work out that way with the 2 sub 20 roll. But that's just dice. Like, I can't account for that. So, in my opinion, I think you guys had a fair chance still. Because, like, the one below was like 1. Red guy was like 1 hit, and then blue guy was like 2. It's 2 strong hits.
Yeah.
So yeah, I consider that was a successful encounter creation on my end. Definitely put you guys to the test. So I'm happy.
My heart to have to use that 20.
Well, now the creation of your hammer is a bit
Yeah.
more luck based.
Yeah.
Here's the
it's just-
thing: I think other people still have their 20s.
Mm-hmm. I saw that stupid
Uh,
inspiration I kept forgetting about.
Just saying. Again, using the 20 now versus using it us. Bit different, but it's on you guys. It's your prerogative.
Well, if we had wiped, I do know what I want to play as my back.
The T main.
Did you start thinking about it?
25, 25.
No, I've had it in my brain for a long time.
Is it T-Quest or is it not?
I have a handful.
No, it's remember I mentioned the Rhymnologist?
Ah. One of Henry's associates.
Or a rival, you know.
Or
That
rival.
would be fun.
Well, Henry doesn't care if he has a rival. He's there for the. As long as your rivalry doesn't like actually impede on the pursuit of it. But,
Also, those turds survived every single saving throw.
yeah, I was surprised at like they had a +10, so I was like, okay. But at the same time, I was anticipating at least like because you threw those at them all,
Mhm.
and they like cleared through them. Like not even once did they fail. I think
The
so.
best part is they got like 2 or 3 natural 20s on there, just for fun.
In terms of nat 20, you guys popped off like a good bit. So did
My
I.
rolls have been pretty low today. It feels bad, man.
I know I got a couple, but I mean, I should get a couple attacks.
Yeah, and I got a couple, but I also should get a couple
Yeah.
statistically.
I got 1 for my death save, and that's all I care about.
That's why, like,
Yeah, you got one more. In combat.
Yeah,
Remember?
yeah, 1 attack and 1 death save, and that's I'll take it. And then Dynamite got like 2 critical hits, didn't she?
2 crits, and then everything else was trash. She had
That's-
1 non-crit hit, and then that's it. Everything else was missed. Advantage, still missed. Feel
Damn.
bad.
also just saying, Shaq killed too.
Shaq's do kill too.
Shaq's MVP.
That
So
charge ability of Shaq.
That Yak has a better like
I
melee
didn't know
rate
that.
than I do.
I didn't know. I had forgotten.
Yeah, because they don't get multi-attack, which
Yeah, so they sort of stack onto one like critical, not critical, but like important attack. I honestly forgot about that. And to be perfectly honest, like when that got delivered, I was like, okay, so maybe this won't be so bad after all. Obviously, we know how that turned out.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I was like, oh wow, that's a good bit chunk of damage.
Yeah, that's why I like using saving a 20 for me for an attack die. Because I'm normally rolling a d6 die for damage. Or a d4.
I remember...
Like, doubling that, I get most of my damage off my bonuses.
Yeah. Oh man, imagine putting Concord on just some shit. Get that Dex onto your damage too. It's gonna fuck shit. But,
Yeah, I mean, mostly using a great axe is it's a P thing because it's a negative for me to use a two-handed weapon. I do much more dual wielding.
Well, again, like adding things out with Concord should bolster that a bit.
But it's for the lore, man.
It is for the lore. That is true. I remember in one of my other campaigns, I gave like a rogue like a dagger, and they were worshiping Karem, and it's called Karem's Last Laugh. That's what the dagger was called. And then it basically was at any point you can choose to nat 20. Which is pretty dumb for a rogue, but they were new, and I honestly didn't. It was meant to be a one shot, but it turned out like a 7 shot. But yeah, so I gave it to him, and it's like on any point in time on an attack you can nat. On any point in time, I can incur a nat 1.
That's
yeah,
nice.
it sounds fun, right? It sounds pretty fun. But I realized that this is asshole, and they use the nat 1 at perfectly the wrong time, and I get salty about it. So again, the campaign didn't go too far past that.
It's a fun idea for a short time.
Yeah.
So you know what I noticed? I didn't realize this, but this is the 11th session I've played as Mark.
Yeah. Wait, 11? Like 13.
What, already?
Yeah, I know, right?
Let's take a look here. So, the Twins' hospitality is right after. So
Yes.
yeah, so
23 through 30. So that's 10 plus. So this will be the 11th.
yeah, this is 34. So yeah, 11. Ain't that fun?
Nifty.
Yeah, so like that's what I was talking about way back when we had like a discussion about the scenes thing and like all the training. Like Pico and Marshall have not been here that long in comparison.
Yeah.
That's what. Well, obviously Pico, but like Marshall, like still hasn't had the length of Saurus
Yeah, I think it's like
in session time and in terms of like.
I think it's like 2 weeks, probably, roughly, as opposed to like 5 weeks.
Yeah. Something like that.
We're moving
So, yeah.
slightly faster.
Yeah, which I think is a great thing.
I told you guys that combat would take a while. Took like fucking like 4 hours.
It took
5.
2-ish hours for the fight. Maybe.
Did it really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Because it was only
Yeah,
like the last half
I
of the
thought
session.
it was like an hour and a half for like the monument, and then yeah.
It was like the last half, I think, was the fighting.
Okay, that's actually really good though. That's actually
Yeah.
Which
Didn't make it back
time?
to town though, so son of a bitch.
didn't make town. Same. I even prepped stuff for going back to town. I don't know. My expectation of this fight was that you guys would go through it and win faster, but
Yeah, I think that's exactly what took so long. Got
Yeah.
to such a crunchy point.
yeah.
Got to the point where it's like, oh shit, if we had one more guy in this fight, we'd probably have lost 3 turns ago.
No, I was actually wondering how many of them I should throw at this.
I think you
It
hit
was
the
somewhere
perfect-
between 4 and 6.
Oh, that's why you rolled.
Yeah, if I put the 6 guy, then we wouldn't be talking about your characters right now, except they're graves.
We were talking about how the zombies wandering around.
Yeah, I cut out 6 like immediately. Well, I was like 4 and 5. I was like 4 would be an equal number to you guys as player character. But then I also have, Shax and Danway, so I was like, But the thing is, like, these guys have multi-attack and then an attack that can, like, 4 attacks. Which, again, most of them wouldn't
They have, like,
hit,
legendary
they're
actions.
They're mostly... They have no legendary actions, no.
What was the
They had
magic missile thing?
Reaction
That's
to
reaction.
counter.
Okay.
No, the magic missile was just an ability.
Oh, that's just a thing they can do. Okay.
Yeah,
have
so
a
they
reaction
have...
counter
Their
attack.
arms provide a thing called reach. And then the far reach allows them to either magic missile shit. It could either
Or
and it could allow them to tether, which is what it was called, astral tether, which is like.
Reaction to counter attack.
And then yeah, a reaction to incur like a minus 1d4 plus 1. So it wasn't in the same way as like incurring a 5, but it could have been. So it's 1d4 plus 1. So you might just do 2 minus 2, which might be critical, or it can minus 5, which is pretty big on an attack roll.
So if they hit with everything, which could they?
If they hit with everything, that would be like.
Could they get what 2 attacks in the magic missile?
Yeah, 2 attacks and then the magic missile. So, if just for statistical, and then we open the sheet just to confirm the numbers, assuming they hit everything against a single target,
Yeah.
it's
Like-
roll
4, 5, 6, 7.
46
6
plus 8
6
plus
8.
2d8 plus 10 plus 4d6.
Yeah.
It could do a lot of damage.
Yeah, so that is literally
I-
just like it has more HP,
I-
more and more damage to the fire.
No, yeah,
it's
whole
just a
point,
better
like,
version
The,
of
the whole
fire.
point I wanted to make was that like they would never, okay, not never. Obviously they did. I guess Chetamere, but they would seldom aim all of the cold of hurt against a single target.
Huh.
That's what I get for critical hitting and doing like 37 damage.
In terms of lore, they would use cold of hurt to distract targets by like literally hitting them and like causing them to stumble, or like just a visual distraction, stuff like that in the game. I guess that's how they're created. I guess.
Quick question before I go, Crash. I gotta hop off.
Yeah,
At what point was the encounter inevitable? Was it when Marshall threw the hilt at Aldrich?
Oh, I will tell you out of game because you guys don't really metagame. I'm so happy that these guys aren't related to the Shadow Lady.
yeah. I think you hinted at that in game too with Remus, right?
Yeah, with Remus. That's why I got confused.
The Fell God Monument was rolled by O.
Mhm.
I had other shit, and he rolled for that one.
Well, rolled by me actually.
Well, rolled by you, my bad.
I swear to God.
You're playing Garth.
Well, I didn't want to mention it because Dragana was mad at me.
I also swear, promise to God on my life, if you try to destroy that sword, it's initiative.
That's really funny.
I mean, it's kind of a cool sword. I was planning to try and attune
I
to
might
it,
buff
but Anel didn't give it back. So
God,
it's like,
imagine
well,
if we had that
fuck you
sword in that fight. It's so crazy.
I might buff that sword by making it like a +1 magical, increasing the shard damage it has. Or my other idea is that it starts at a much higher dice amount. So like it's a scimitar, we'll turn it into a flash, I don't fucking know. Make it a D12.
Yeah, I was just saying, my question
First
is,
successful hit, convert it down to a D10. Second successful hit, now it's a D8.
oh yeah, that's
Next hit, it just gets smaller and smaller and smaller until you literally have nothing left to swing with except call back every single shard you did.
And
And then that's like a D4 each.
that's really seems super complicated and hard to manage, but super.
yeah.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm like, that's why
like a
I'm
martial. I'm gonna hop off. I'm very curious to see what Anela has to say about that weapon, but we'll see.
She's gonna do some inquiries about it. Don't worry.
Cool. She's gonna eat it.
Good night.
Bye. She could
Very
probably
nice,
eat a
Fred.
sword to be fine.
No, she's not gonna fjord vor it. No, come on. Out of here.
You made it weird.
You want to swallow it? Come on.
Eh. Look, I mostly want the sword because, like you said, it's kind of themed off the thing that I told you about forever ago. So I'm like, yay, it's the thing I made. And
No,
also,
the
it's-
thing you originally called it a shadow blade.
yeah, it was like what was
the
it, like a
name
long
shadow
sword and
blade
broke down.
is another magical item.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, and because you're the creator, I'll give you. It will absorb evocation spells, and then fucking explode.
That's
It's
fucking.
a blade that literally fucking. So
I
in that
can't
sense, it is
tell
a
you.
walking bomb. But at the same time, it absorbs all evocation spell effects up to like certain like shit.
I can't tell you the size of the smile I have right now. That's fucking dope.
That's the version we don't have.
That's what
Yeah,
you
but
don't
it's
have.
fucking cool.
Yeah. So
I
the
want
short
an
strike,
exploding
short
sword.
strike blade. Yeah, I might make because they do exist like large curving blades So I might have this become that. But I won't put it like two-handed or anything. I'll just like have it just be like a two-handed like longsword essentially, and then yeah, D10 or D12 or whatever, and then it just shrinks progressively.
Would it have the finesse property that a scimitar has, or no?
I'll get back to you on that. I honestly don't know, because if it's the ability.
Here's just an idea.
At the
that
same
just
time,
popped in
like
my
I did
head.
put finesse for spears and.
Yeah.
So
Here's a weird thing that popped in my head. You could have it be like, after it breaks to a certain point, it can change to finesse just because it's like lost mass.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Super complicated.
Yeah, it gets very complicated at that point.
in terms of damage, like I won't like running macros. What? In terms of running macros for the damage, it won't be that hard because you just basically have the equivalent of like 5 different weapons. It's like, oh, short strike blade, no hits, no successful hits, or 0. Short strike 1 after 1 successful hit. Short strike 2 successful hits, and then it's just the same weapon except like different dice amount.
Mm-hmm.
But and then I honestly think it would just be easy. Manually roll out how many dice,
Yeah,
how many shards are
probably.
in the person. Because it is situational.
The thing there is you have to have the player like keep track of what it is.
Yeah,
would
well, again, that would be the responsibility of whoever.
Actually, I don't think I mentioned this, but I have like a sheet in my notebook. There it is. That I labeled like sell before, and I put like 7 circles on it, and I just mark that off whenever I use it. Like I have a literal physical fucking checkbox.
Yeah, that could also work, yeah.
Eh. It helps me remember things by having physical things.
You can
I
also
still
use the
forget
class
it.
resources thing on the side
yeah,
of your
that's up
character
to,
sheet.
yeah.
Yeah, and just put there, like, deployed shards.
Mm-hmm. Scimitar. But yeah.
Okay, never mind.
That isn't at 10.
Does that roll right?
Why do we have to have so many cool
plus-
weapons?
I don't know where
Bro,
plus 3 comes
I
from.
can't wait till I have all the cool.
All the weapons.
Oh yeah. See,
Are you
the way
Pokemon,
I
but
did
with
it,
swords?
You can see if you look how that's rolled. That's
Yeah,
one
so
for a
it's-
D12, one for a D10, then one for a D8, and one for a D6. So if you just created the weapon like that, it would... but you would have to go in and be like, okay, down to
Which
a
one's
D6,
the
it's 4.
Yeah, and then there's kind of like, you actually look. Yeah, I don't think that's, like, as streamlined
Yeah.
as it could be.
If it allowed for like 4 slots, then maybe. But at the same time,
I mean, it does allow for 4 Sachi Goober.
no,
The two-handed option is the
Like,
other.
2 like boxes on the.
No, I get what you're saying. I do that for longsword all the time, but like
Yeah.
separate boxes. Anyways,
So a 1d12 would be 7 plus 2, then 10 plus, or yes, then 14 plus 2, then 10 plus 2, then plus 2. It's easy.
it's juggling, but you can
Actually, you could just-
it is a bit of juggling, but like if it, again, like if the weapon, it honestly will probably become like that, but it's on the person to like properly track.
Mm.
Like I have no problems simplifying it if need be. I manually roll all my shit. Like that's how I was taught and like how I played. So like all these macro shit, I never because none of the systems I started playing had actual character sheets. Like we had to fucking track it like from a PDF on standby, right side. Only use Roll20 to manually roll.
Yeah,
Like
you
all
can
these
just-
macros, I never touch them. Except I'm like slowly using them, but even then I still just roll normal dice.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
press like
you
the
can
button.
Yeah,
you can just totally just flip it that way and make multiple slots for the same item.
And there you go. There's all the levels.
Yeah, except
Wait,
that's
how many times did
then you
I
can
rolled
add on.
3 times in a row. What the shit?
Ha, nerd.
you know how Roll20 gets that.
You know how my luck is. I rolled
Now, this
natural.
is one encounter. I don't think I would have to change anything on the creature itself.
Not particularly. The only thing you need to change is maybe change the amount of creatures.
Yeah.
I think that's fine. I mean, especially with Seema.
Yeah. Oh yeah. If Simo was there, it wouldn't nearly.
Yeah,
have
if you guys
been
had
as
Steam here, this would be so much easier.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
If you guys had Nebby here, this would be so much.
Yeah, turns out having
No,
healers
that was,
is
no,
good.
I'm not gonna lie. Like that was, and which is sort of why I designed a creature that isn't intending to kill you. It's just in to weaken you and then drag you and do shit to you. But it's not trying to kill you.
So would our characters have survived, or would they just like basically be turned into zombie things? Or would it be like an alien scenario where there's like a chest burster inside?
Yeah,
us?
essentially, yeah.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes.
Aren't there frog versions of that? And the Dungeons and Dragons. I forgot what the fuck they're called.
Probably.
Yeah, it's bad.
But yeah, like they would have implanted you with one of them
Gross.
parasitic things, and then it would just. Here's the thing: like you wouldn't have like been fine. It's not like the void mark where it's designed to like keep itself hidden and shit. It's more like you just stumble around the woods for a couple of days, and then,
Yeah.
like over the course of those couple of days, boom.
Oh, hey, your torso exploded. Hey, look, a baby thing.
Well, it's not like it would just
forearms.
morph your body.
Oh, okay, that's even worse.
Yeah, like those skull faces they had were their actual skulls.
What was the
Three eyes.
lotus thing? Those were just eyes.
Yeah, so their eye holes were just like again like a 3-pattern lotus. So one facing perfectly upright, one tilted 45 degrees to the left, and then 5 degrees to the right.
Nifty.
Yeah.
Horrifying. I really want to play Darkest Dungeon right now.
No, yeah, I'm getting like so much out of like, Darkest Dungeon naming mechanics and mechanics for the game itself. I haven't
Call the
played it in
herd.
that
I
much.
swear that's literally a move in Darkest Dungeon.
It probably is. It probably is.
I'm gonna look it up now.
But yeah, the only thing I don't think I would change anything. Maybe lower their health. But again, that's like head points are like one of the most flexible things in creating stuff. Yeah, the only thing I would say is like maybe touch Astro Tether a bit.
What did
Maybe?
that do exactly? Because I don't think we saw
That was a
cover
restraint.
first. Yeah, it's just like it's a essentially.
So yeah, target rolls a DC 17 Dexterity saving throw. The wire can be severed. It has a 12. The target may spend their bonus action to break loose at a DC 20 strength saving. Initially, it was an action. Like initially, when I created it was an action.
But
That's really
instead, we
dumb.
just have Marshall flexing on fools and getting like 26.
Yeah, like
Yeah, boy.
depending on where you got, because I had other. Depending on the scenario, one person could have been immediately tethered, or like they would aim every single tether they had. So imagine if this fight started and you guys were all restrained to me.
Yeah, we would have been super bad,
Yeah,
not
like,
good.
yeah, advantage on hits, stuff like that. Yeah, it would have been a lot different. Again,
That wouldn't have been a fight. It would have been a massacre.
Yeah, but the other catch would have been as well. Like, yeah, there would be a bit more, or a bit less, I suppose, like sleep, or like unaware or unprepared. So like again, you might have applied toxins early beforehand. You're just like, okay, feeling an ambush coming. Stuff like that.
That's something I need to write down in my notes for next time, of just like, hey, if you're on watch, put toxins on there, because they last until they're used, essentially, right?
Yes, do I remember correctly?
I believe so, yeah. So it's like, there is literally no harm in having them on there, and it's only a disadvantage if you don't.
Yeah, I think that's how I think I initially put a time limit on it, but fucking pedantic.
Yeah.
So,
That's why I wasn't afraid to like have them cost at level 1, because like they last forever. So
guess how much damage your boy did.
How much?
250, 300?
420.
Wow, so close. 297.
Fuck me. I mean, I was closest to 300, I guess, but I did 60. No, I did... What did I get? 78. Yay.
I mean, to be fair, you passed a lot of that saving throws.
Actually,
You did
I
pass a lot of
didn't. I failed like 4, passed 1, and
but
then
you
got a
just,
nat
kept,
20.
you just kept getting back up.
Yeah. Like, the only reason I'm alive is because Aldrich was just like, drink this, down, drink this, down, drink this,
Yeah.
stay up.
Would you?
Yeah. Again, now you realize how important it is for range thing for coffee. It's just only taking a bonus action to heal someone back up to health, and then still being able to do other shit is so handy.
Mm-hmm. Apply toxins. When?
Yeah, oh no.
Are you allowed to have, like, apply them and then just shove the sword back in your sheath? Or would that, like... Because in real life, that would just, like, ruin the sheath over time, wouldn't it? And, like,
For what?
corrode the bullet. If you put, like...
Oh,
just...
for the putting toxins? Yeah, in real life, like...
Yes, it would, and that's why Marshall told you that you shouldn't.
And that's why she hasn't.
Well, the thing is, when you get weapon oils...
No, but seriously, you should probably start doing it. I'm saying that.
I used to track stuff like that, have weapon degradation in, like, earlier
That
experiences.
sounds perfect for you.
No, I honestly just stopped caring at some point. It just became incredibly tedious and pedantic at some point. Like, even if I threw the responsibility onto the players to try, I was just like, this is just so unnecessary. I'd rather pull like a Matt Mercer and Laura Bailey of like, oh, I bought 3,000 arrows before the Avenger. Okay, we never have to worry about that ever again. And then just versus like, okay, there's 20 in a quiver. How many?
Awesome.
Get rid of
My
that.
boy Shax popped off for 113 damage.
Which is pretty good.
Yak beat me. I mean, he's a beefy yak. I'll give him that.
He is pretty. He is literally.
Well, to be fair, he got like 3 charges off and 1 I forced to crit.
Mm-hmm.
That is also true.
Where is... Oh, wait, I'm looking at the wrong sheet, aren't I? Yep, that's the general rules. Where's the alchemist? There it is.
Oh, I forgot to put the paladin variant.
I went down. It hurts
You
my
did go
pride.
down. You did go down. Something to improve on.
It's okay. When we level up again, if I roll good, I can...
Ugh. So much stuff I want to do, so little time. Creative drive. Still gotta do Spy Master Review story. I'm probably gonna combine that with the squads review of you guys, just put that together, like have it's like running.
You all fail, I don't know
I
why
still
we
need to
hired
do
you.
Nevi. I still need to do Nevi's thing. That has to be its own separate story. Yeah, it might be a while before we see Nevi.
Yeah. Because fucking they just disappeared. I don't think the thing
Well,
in
it's-
the alchemist thing
well-
says
Which one?
about the toxins. I don't think it actually specifically says if it lasts till like a long rest or something.
Originally it did, but if it doesn't say it, just assume it.
Yeah. Anyways,
Yeah,
continue.
and original in its earlier drafts it did. I think I would put it. But again, like I just stopped caring. Man, that concussion grenade really. Well, to be fair, it's like a fucking level 18.
Mm-hmm.
Fair comparison.
Didn't they roll like pretty good too? At least the first set.
Let's see, there are 5 of them. 2 of them failed, and 1 of them failed by more than that. That was the red guy, and that's why I got sent for 2 rounds as opposed to just.
Nifty.
So yeah, 3 of them made it because they had pretty beefy like modifiers, but yeah. And yeah, me chucking. Again, now you guys have shit to report back to Connor.
Hey, your thing worked.
Yeah, another thing is for the scatter surge shot. The shot itself, like the real one, is designed to last to be used multiple times.
Uh-huh.
The one you have can only work once.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah. And if you got it as like a ring, it can be used up to a amount of times like your proficiency plus your intelligence.
So
if Connor had one, it would be used up to like a
damn. Even if I had one, it'd still be like, let's say max level and
3 plus like 2 is like 5.
Yeah, that's still I have to use as long as it can be hurt by poison. Yeah.
It is designed to be the Toxician's multi-attack or extra attack.
Makes sense.
But again, like this is an unfair comparison because you're at like a 7 zone. So yeah. Like if I forced us to with the new shit and until I made a level 1 alchemist, I don't think it'd be terribly overpowered
Yeah.
at that point. Because like at early levels, what shit is immune to poison as opposed to anything else? Like, yeah. But obviously now you guys are in the higher leagues and you guys are fighting, so you know. You guys
Things that
pick
I've
your
been
foes
around
well.
a bit and realize, oh hey, not being hurt by poison is good. Well, not realize, but
Well, these are the things you guys have chosen to combat in the world. Is
that too.
yeah. I mean, if you guys just decide to piss off some devils as opposed to some void creatures, it'll be a different story.
Could we piss
Yeah.
off the gods?
You guys did not piss off the Shadowed Lady to the point that she sent those guys.
Mm-hmm.
She has nothing to do with those guys.
Yeah, you said that.
Yep.
All she knows is that, hey, these people exist and touched my thing. As long as we're not attuned to it, at least.
Shadow?
Really fucking want to, and then Annel's just like, ha, it's mine, bye.
I might have you guys roll.
For...
Well, because Connor's gonna give you more shit to test, bro.
Sure.
So I might have you guys roll to see what you're gonna test.
What, he just doesn't open up his bag and be like, grab a thing. It's trick or treat, bitches.
Well, you roll out of game.
Oh, yeah, fair.
I'm taking off. See you later.
Okay, bye.
Before you guys. Okay, bye. I was gonna say, and before you guys get given the con.